Welcome to Still Artisan Live. I'm Ashler, your host and artist. Working on another Inktober piece. Been kind of brainstorming, and I think I'm somewhere close to where we want to be, maybe, with this. We'll see how much it fluctuates and changes. Right now we're working on a sub-layer that probably end up being like the hair color is what it is, but I'm using it to create a mask. Seeing how I'm doing this now, I think I've done it wrong a little bit. I don't know how hard the other method would be to do though, and how tedious that would be to do too. It's me having to go in and erase all these is a little bit kind of ridiculous, but let's put this away for right now. Because what we're trying to do is teaming with flies, is what it is, because the word is teaming. We shall see if we can pull it off. Is it being a thing? Because initially I was trying to like just draw the face with the flies. Didn't really like that. It was kind of cool, but wasn't completely filling it. Then I moved on to trying to do what we're doing right now, and this one's gonna be weird. So I feel we're gonna do a lot of stuff backwards in this piece. Coloring in the holes by putting stuff behind other objects. Looks like these flies right now are just basically going to have masks on, the same mask on all the other layers, so that they'll pass through with this white. And then I'm going to have to go in and do the same thing on the eyes of all the flies, because I would like all the eyes to be red. At least initially I'm wanting that. And then I can see myself trying to create maybe even like some shadow effect on some of the flies. So some of them seem to be inside like the hairline, so it's not just white, it's a little bit darker, or maybe even completely black, or matches the same color that it is right now. They just look like they do currently. I could see them all being a little bit off colored though. So as we move along with it, we'll see. And this, where that concept came from is this. I just did this side and I see that there is this potential blanketing of stuff there, and I can kind of show you where's the layer. This is closer to what we're going for. What's happening? Thing is I have not replaced or updated, I should say, the mask, which I could do real quick right now, just so we can have a better. That's not. Come on, do you copy it? There we go. Not so sure about the flies on the eyes and the face completely. I feel I would like to have some, but not probably as much as I currently have. So I'll probably end up removing them, is what I think I'm gonna do. And as I'm doing this more and more, I'm thinking I'll probably have them be on her hair mainly, and maybe a few placed here and there, and a little bit maybe cropping around the neck and the face here and there. But just maybe it's just the idea is her hair is flies. The only issue with that is trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the background, if that's literally what I'm going to go with. Because right now it's more of flies on hair instead of hairs on flies. So one of the things I could do is obviously just completely match this tone with this tone and not have the streaks at all. Just have it be flat and then just stacked. The other thing is, what I could do is try to get one of these just black patterns and put it underneath everything with the like have a layer of flies with the white transparency on it, and then layer of flies underneath that don't have that. So there's like flies on top of flies type of a vibe, which will be interesting to see how that goes and how that feels and whatnot. But okay, I need to change this color back to the lighter tone so we can think. Actually, I would even like it lighter than that if I can. Makes it easier for me to see what we're erasing. And I'm gonna still be doing this on the flies that I have on the face, just so I can see if my intent of just having it be more on the hair to be a better thing. I think I would like one on the mouth, but only one. I think it's too much having the cover thing, which is most of this is remnants from me trying to just paint the whole face with flies. Which what I basically did is I looked at a picture, drew a big fly, then turned that fly into a brush, and it was rotating the brush like methodically, or technically manually. to get it to go this way or that way. And then just plopped each one down, and then if some of them felt like they didn't like, they were too pattern-esque, not organically laid down, then I would delete it or go back or erase it and do it again, and rotate it so it felt like it wasn't a Congo line completely, like the tricky bit with this is I feel that there needs to be some actually, you know what, I'm going to change this color actually to I think that gray is something that we were fighting there a little bit with, telling if I was getting hit or not. We may have to take a quick break to turn on the AC because it's kind of hot in here. See, the easier thing would have been to do is try to figure out a way where I could stamp these down and actually have the white already be embedded into them, and maybe even more than just the white and red eyes, the whole thing. The thing is I don't know if that would be involving copying and pasting. I could see that being maybe almost as tricky as what I'm dealing with right now. I think this right now, this is an interesting idea for the piece. The thing is I feel like this is a little bit worried that this is a little bit too much work for it. A little bit too much work. Definitely gonna be very zen doing all this. So sit in here. Race and flies. The thing that'll be nice though is, I guess after I do this once with them, I can apply it to any layer. So it won't be too bad. I may have to go in and touch some of these up because not all of these actually, you know what? I think we need to do that instead here. We're going to create just a solid tone. And then we are going to copy our mask. Okay. Hide this. And we're going to do it this way instead. And this is when having that extra video camera thing would be nice. Probably would have been smart to just do a lot of this off stream. Just come on when I had was working with getting the assets to look like a picture instead of messing with the buildup of the assets. So the next tedious thing I'm going to have to deal with is going in here and coloring the eyes. That's going to be a pain in the ass. For sure. I'm hoping it'll be worth it. I should actually test it out. How satisfying is that? Who knows if it even will really be visible, but I guess I could do both. Okay, I'm gonna go mute for a minute here. I'll see you guys when I see you. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, I think we're back. Alright, good. Oh my gosh. Depending on how tedious this is, I feel like I may go for that old concept. And what may happen with this is I do something relatively basic for the Inktober side of it, and then the other concept, maybe come back to it and revisit it, and maybe try to do it for like a t-shirt or something. Technically what I should be doing here right now is just coloring each individually one of these with white instead of doing what I'm doing, but that would not be too hard to do. To take the work that I'm doing and turn it into that. Because the only thing that I would need to do is just select the selection, the mask that I'm creating right now, and basically invert it and turn it into just a color layer. So my biggest issue, I think, with what I've got going on right now, though, is that I'm not centered on what exists and does not exist yet. It's still a lot of the this construction on this is up in the air. I'm doing stuff that it's a little bit ahead of the game kind of thing. It's doing work that may lead to nothing, which is not good. That's yeah, a little bit of an issue there. The only problem that I could see having with no, I could get it to work still. I could get it to work. I was worried about if I started coloring all that the underlayer red, if that would cause a problem if I inverted it. Okay, do I want to just try to do that now? And just run a layer underneath that, and just so I have knowledge that that's what we're doing right now with it instead. Because the only thing it would be is this would be just a layer underneath that layer instead of a hole straight through. Maybe so, maybe so. this down, that, and we will disable that. So now we've switched to just painting the flies. Painting the flies. So many flies, I feel like I double tapped on them by accident because they're like darker than the rest. Okay. So hopefully what that call was is I may be able to hang out with my brothers online somehow. Possibly play a video game together. What else would that may be? Video game. Or brainstorming for our novel slash trade paperback or graphic novel thing. I think the plan is to go do get the novel done first and then reverse engineer the graphic novel and then hopefully move on from there with it, because you know the dream would be to just keep on going with it, like there to video games, movies, action figures, the whole kit and caboodle. But in my mind it would after the graphic novel I'd want it to go to video games direction. That's thing is to try to figure out what that game would be, or try to see if we could steer it. Because my initial brain little goo thought would be I'd want something like Skyrim or Elder Scrolls a little bit in a way, but not. It would be what is the best way to describe this? You would be playing as different characters, because I would want you to be playing as the main characters, or at least a couple of the main characters. The thing is with that is like how in that game or any class-based game where you're picking a different class or person or whatever, that the game functions differently. And I want that to impact it more, have more weight. I'm not sure if I've really seen a game where that I can put my finger on that has that. I know there's a lot of gating stuff a little bit here in games that are similar to that, but which I think that's what I'm wanting is each character has its own like set of ways to how they would go through a level, and basically you would build a level so that certain spaces of it would be gated off because of who you're playing. Certain characters can't do this versus that, and that's basically what you would do it. So it's almost a little bit Metroidvania, but you're not playing the same character. You would replay an area, and with another character. Same environment, but different loadout, so you'd mess around with it differently. So I'm assuming that within that you would have like different stories and stuff like that. I guess maybe a perspective of the story is what it'd be. Because the thing is also would be interesting with that is then you could actually maybe embed co-op elements into it too, which would be really cool. Yeah, some of these fly areas are weird. Like I feel like I need to come into here and put down new stuff, like remnants of ones that I got rid of in the past are still there, and it's kind of odd. Alright, we still yeah, still painting the flies, still painting the flies. We will see how far we go with this and which direction we end up taking it. Because of time constraint, whether it's going to be an hour, I don't know. Maybe what I'll end up doing is playing catch up later and posting later for today, so I don't get to hang out with my siblings too often. So any chance I get, I'm gonna choose that over anything else, unless I've really committed to something else that I can't get away from. So depending on how quickly we can move through this, though, we can maybe get quite a bit done. Yet again, one of the things that's gonna possibly be a tricky bit is we're going to be adding probably more flies to this So then I'm going to have to add more coloring. I feel the eyes will go quicker with this method, because what I can basically do is I've created a layer that is just going to paint on top of this white. So I just have to hit that front end of all these things really quickly, and I'll have the eyes done on all these. So that process should go relatively quick. Also with that, I will be able to also add shadow and any other variant of tone if I need to do that. Because there was the idea of actually doing the hair of flies. If I go with that one, it'll make that easier. If I end up just doing the flies on a wall that are in the shape of a face, then that, I don't know about that one. Because that is my initial cop-out. Cop-out concept for this. Because that is going to be the quicker of the lot to do. This guy's wing is not there all the way. So basically be what we almost have right now. I think I may get rid of that fly up there, that dark one. Not liking him. Yeah, a lot of these I did not hit really that well. It's due to the fact that there were I was moving color from just like strokes of line art and whatnot, and that's doesn't really tell me what I've colored and not colored like I am right now using this background tone. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, where is that one fly at? New fly. Alright, there we go. Surprised how well these flies turned out. Look pretty damn cool when shrunken down. And even more interesting with this, the highlights and stuff on them. And that much more with the red eyes. Okay, what do I need to save here? We're gonna move our position again. Have the rock. So basically what I'm doing is I'm leaning forward to at some points when I have my tablet on my table, a little stand, and then my back starts bothering me. I lean back. Putting the tablet in my lap and draw a little bit more. And just go back and forth between that. Thing is that's really interesting though. I feel like I don't know what it is, what I'm doing differently, but I don't really notice my back hurting when I'm drawing off stream. I like to know what I'm doing, and I hardly ever take it off the table. It's like I almost like Pavlov's dogged myself into back pain when I am streaming something. I always worry about if I'm seeing that right. Yeah, look it up. That is correct, Pavlov's. If I'm saying his name right. Schrodinger's cat and Pavlov's dog. Pretty sure I have a friend that did a little comic strip of those two. Hmm. That was like the first song on that playlist. That's weird. It's playing again. Oh no, it's not. I'm on that other playlist. That's right. what is it? Some of the thoughts I have on this piece, for maybe naming it, is I think initially define the demon of flies. Which I want to say is Beelzebub. The Lord of Flies, I think is what is Beelzebub, I think is the Lord of Flies. So initially I was drawing like some kind of a demon face, and was gonna just build this face out of flies, which wouldn't have been that bad either. But then I had the idea of romanticizing it a little bit with having something that is more beautiful with the flies on it, which I have a trigger in my mind, or I guess meme, that they're gross, they're dirty things. So it's the duality of something dirty with something beautiful is, intrigued me. So that's what led us to this point, trying to draw a face with flies, and then from there we have me trying to actually just have a face that just has flies on it somehow. So the face made out of flies is interesting, but I don't know if it feels like the idea of teaming. So I kind of almost want the idea of like when you have like killer bees on a person or on a thing, where it's just they're stacked up onto a thing. I almost kind of want that on just the hair. I don't know. I don't think that'll work. One of the things I was going to try to do is duplicate the dark stuff, and then offset it, and then try to add a opacity to it so that it created a shadow effect. Thing is from how it registered when I was doing tests with it, it just came out as being blurry, which is, yeah, not what we want. Did not look good at all. Hmm. Okay, moving. Save file, save. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I need to move this stuff up. There. That's the old one. So let's put that up to the top there. And So initially here what I'm going to do is we're going to duplicate this again. This is going to be that one, that version of it, and then do I have another one? Okay, that one can go. This one here, this one can go. This is a backup. This is going to be the one that stays. So this is the one I'm going to be doing our killing. The ones on the face and stuff. We're going to just try to center on the mostly the hair. To do that though, I need to do a full white. And we're actually going to not do that immediately. I need to do a solid. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to get in there closer for those. Right, that needs to go there. That one possibly there too, and these ones here. What we're gonna have to do is create another white area. Oh, yeah, white and red layer as well. For removing this stuff here. Some of these I may go back in and replace because I've kind of messed them up so much. I don't know about the around the chin there too. I think that would need to go as well for the concept that I'm running right now. Some of them being on her face there though might be fine though. Let's just break it open and we'll see. Turn this off. What the hell is that? Oh. Don't want that. There we go. duplicate. Move this up. I swear I just need to try to create a completely different section with all this other information on it. Let's do that, I guess, a little bit real quick here. Turning all this stuff on. Fuck. What the hell is this? Okay. Right. Right. Group. All right. Good. 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 All right. There's that one. Okay. Okay. And then we turn this on. And that on. And we kill this, and we kill this. Delete. Delete. We don't need that. Find the screen. And do we... It's intriguing. So let's It's fairly interesting. A bit too close. 33, yeah. May have to get in here at a 35, but let's try to clean this up with intent here a little bit. This is kind of intriguing to me. Yet again, it's just that same issue that I was having prior. Where it's like I have to like either kill that and then just roll with that. To wrangle that in. The thing is what I would need to have happen is try to somehow get this, like, I don't know, like, dark enough so that it works, maybe? I don't know. 'Cause the problem is having it dark, just... all the detail of those... Oh, maybe I need to do that. I thought about doing that. Huh. Intriguing, but no, I don't think so. File, save. Alright, that is interesting though, like that though. I may just have to keep this on there, just still play around with it. Don't like it, but thing is I'd lose all my detail. But that would work easier than what I'm trying to do here. Oh shit, yeah, that does have that, huh? Okay, I think one of the things I need to do is bring that back. We need to kill our flies for right now, and I need to get her head around this thing here. Okay. I don't know if I would want that like that. There, thinking no. I think this thing here will end up actually turning into just a shadow thing. Choker though, it's fine. I think I need something to expand its turn you off. I feel like maybe there's, I'll say something here that's getting in my way, but drawing all these lines and stuff is also causing me a little bit grief, I think, with the two different things that I'm attempting to do here. It's kind of weird. It's almost like I'm drawing multiple pictures here that are and I'm trying to marriage those ideas into one final thing, which is weird. Yeah, this how I'm going about doing this is ridiculous. Did not think I needed to think this through a little bit more for this elaborate of a piece. Not sure about the eyes and that stuff being exactly how they are currently right now, but as a means to have something thrown down, just as a something we can work and get the vibe that we want going here. Main intent of this, depending on what happens, I may just abandon the whole, the direction of this. I think that where that is may definitely turn into something, but because it almost feels like we'll be needing something closer to this. Which, Yeah, I don't know. Where's all this content? I can sit outside this. I can also sit outside this. Teaming. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure how to frame the face for what I'm trying to potentially do here. Gonna immediately put this into its own little thing though. Okay. Shit. How did I do that? Be right back. Alright. So, basically what we'll end up doing is, if and when stuff. Basically when my brothers get hold of me, I'm going to be hopping off, and I don't know. We'll have to try to figure out what we're doing. For this piece later. 'Cause the idea that I'm having is the idea of like having, you know, like a swarm of stuff coming out, but to do that, I'm not sure exactly. I think this is probably what the other piece that I was attempting to try to do was missing, actually. Think about it. I was trying to draw hair for the background. When I should have been creating some weird amalgam thing for it to stack on. Technically, I may teaming filled with part of me wants this to be not necessarily like complete notion of like this is a bad thing. So we'll see how long we got till we're gonna have to go. It'll be interesting to see how much we potentially get done with this maybe piece. Because I don't even know if this is gonna hit the spot for whatever we're wanting to do with this. I think this one's gonna be a tricky one. Definitely one of the reasons why I like doing the vague Inktober stuff instead of having to use a word, but the word makes it more challenging for me, so where's red? Because if I run the red fly, which I think I'd like to, I can maybe get away with a little bit more here. Duplicate again. You know what? I really think I needed to kill the fly. Kill the fly! Idea. Let it go. More maybe Nosferatu. Let's kill that. And that. Where did the music go? Oh. Phone died, that's why. It was much my battery life, most likely. I don't know if I want to do this vibe again. I feel it's very close to the last piece. So I pushed out. Hello. How you doing, TJ? Yes, because we wasn't paying attention, we'll just go to that for the rest of this. For however long we're still on. Waiting here for a call from my brothers to pull me away from this. I've been struggling today. Struggling. Ooh. Because what is today's VOD? Today's VOD is teething. Teeming. Why did I say teething? Probably because it's just it's around teeth. But, teeming. Filled with. And I'm been struggling with trying to do stuff. I was trying to do something like with flies and stuff, which I still would like to try to pull something off with the loose idea of it, but it turned into something retarded. So I'm thinking my next intent of action is trying to do like a blood thing, maybe is what it's connected to. Filled with blood. I have a loose idea, or technically I don't know what else I could go with this idea here, but and this one may end up, I have to do like late tonight, or like maybe I'm gonna end up finishing it tomorrow and doubling down on the second one. What I have to do. I'm digging this look though. I feel that there's an actress that reminds me of this piece. I don't know if I've ever seen her in a really villainous role, though, where this would be a thing. I think, yeah, what is that? Filled with Broski time is good. Yes, very much so. Yeah, that doesn't happen too often, so yeah, that'd be nice to do. Because technically, what I should have probably done is just, you know, teeming with hate. That would have been the easier one. I want that to be more like that. I think I kind of do. Making you think of Blood Moon for some reason. Flies makes you think of the Blood Moon. Your brain's wired for those two things to have a connection. Trying to reach for something that would I could connect that with, but I don't got anything. Why Blood Moon and flies would connect at all. I'm not so sure about the I think there and there. Turn mine. I bet there's a good damn reason why. Sure, there's like video game, horror movie, or something along that line that with that would be a thing. No. Still maybe the white or just a circle dot, maybe? Nope. side slit eye thing. Maybe just white eyes. Thing is, I kind of do want like maybe something close to that. Like there's still blood coming from like the other portion of the eyes, even though it's wide-eyed, but I don't know if I can realistically pull that vibe off completely. If I do, it's gonna be like subtle and yeah, that way like that. You down there's a good reason. No good reason. Probably whatever I'm doing here, I would want to cut this. Cut. So whatever this turns into, I'm probably going to want to attempt to mirror it on the opposite side, so take the time to create it on this side and then do that, then will be good. Well, I hope you're able to get some rest at some point soon, so you're not tired. What is your vacation again? Has that happened? Did I like miss that? Still, I tried to do music, but it did not take. Did not take. Till November and December. Oh shit. You're fucked on that portion of it. But at least you got today. And you can catch up. Maybe a little bit on the tiredness. Yeah, I'm trying to think what it is that, I don't know. For me, the only thing that helps me with being tired is sleep, and then dancing, which is basically like exercise, I guess, is the main reason for that. Let's see here, duplicate. Horizontal, 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 horizontal. Yeah. Hmm. Part of me wants this to just flow. I don't know if I can. That to work. Yes, there and there maybe. Yeah, I guess something like that. Experiment with it. Guess I was right. Yes, experiment, but experiments on different layer. A little bit darker. And behind. No. How can I do that? Okay, let's quickly. I think I need to remove some of what I'm doing. I'm not sure about the blood coming out of the nose. Not sure about the intensity of blood coming out of the eyes. Same thing with the mouth. Oh, I did not catch that. The sun is gone, so you'll pass out soon. Good. Hope you get good rest. Alright. Kind of liking maybe this idea of, because I was trying to do this a little bit ago with the splashing of like blood on something or pouring out. Could I guess I could maybe, I don't know, I don't think I could pull it off completely. I'd have to shrink the picture. It'd be cool looking. The idea that's crossing my mind is to create some kind of a goblet. Oof. Yeah, my system is starting to get to that unhappy point. We'll see. This could be just as simple as that. Thing is my head says it wants it to be like more long than that now. Even though I have the symbol down there. Yet again, I could shrink it. What else could we do instead of a goblet? No. I would keep it a little bit more linear here. This idea of a plate. Thing is all this is so external. Goblet is kind of fine because it's tethers it down. Plate kind of okay, but it's still the whole idea having to draw that to that. Hey, how you doing, Domo? Working on another Inktober piece slash trying to, I guess, wait for my brothers to give me a call so we can hang out. So, working and waiting. What are you up to? And how have you been? How are you doing? Okay, delete. Okay, there we go. Let's move that up. Not sure exactly what soaked cloth really looks like with blood. If it doesn't look right. I think it blossoms just like watercolor. Okay. This and we'll. Ooh. So there. I think I can. I feel like we can probably marriage those together though. Let's do that. Don't know. I'm fine with it being normal. Part of me wants to maybe do her ears like maybe fawn ears or something like that to go with the horns. I still may end up needing to shrink this piece. Anyway. Still don't see really how this completely even would work with teaming. It's just, I don't know. I'm really kind of stumped with doing a piece on that subject that I want to do, I guess. Let's kill the red. Oh, so good. Nice. We're gonna try to do something like this before. I don't know if I would want it still. Try to see if we could implement it. Hitting this wrong. Yeah, I think that actually may help. With this, possibly. Get a little bit more of a texture that it's soaking into, possibly. I'm 100% sure about the blood in general, though. Let's see here. Let's create a new one. What else? Could we do? next? I guess we could just do You decided to come back. Yeah, I fell asleep for a little bit. I'm back. Power nap. I don't think much. I don't think you missed much. Still tempting to figure out what's what in this piece. What's what? Trying to I guess figure out what is teaming about this. What is teaming about it? Because usually all the stuff is like you would have like a school, you know, like a bunch of flies. Like the visualization that I initially had is like a face with a bunch of maggots on it, but that's where it led to the flies concept that I went down. But it's just the logistics of it just is which I may at some point try to use the assets that I messed around with earlier with it, but I'll figure it out. We'll be doing something. I think that's my phone call to end the stream. Yep, it is. File save. We'll see if we end up... I don't know how long we're hanging out for. I may be coming back on trying to finish this later on. That I may just finish it off stream. But we shall see. I'm headed out though. Thanks for hanging out, TJ. And anyone else that can't drop by or lurked or whatever. This is Stealth Artisan Live, and I'll catch you guys next time here on Twitch Creative. Say hi to the bros for you. This complete stranger that hangs out in my streams said hi, guys. Like what? Never mind. Never mind. Right. See you guys later.